Hello, everybody, and welcome to a last call season 2 interview with cast member Michael Vaccaro. What's up, Mike?
Hi, everybody. Hello, Mike.
Hi. It is very early out on the West Coast. Michael lives in Los Angeles, in West Hollywood, California.
Yes.
And he got up very early to talk with me and talk with you guys. And
I'm sitting on my toilet right now having coffee.
I'm not, but I had coffee.
Is it still fucking 2 degrees below zero?
I wish I'd never left. I miss LA. I miss LA a lot.
The truth is, we had it rained for like 3 months straight here, and this is proof positive of climate change.
It is.
And it actually got down to 50 degrees here. We were dying.
Oh,
yeah.
Get the parkas.
But now it's back up to 70 degrees now. So our national nightmare is over.
I tell you, you forget what it's like here when the weather changes. And I know you've visited often, but what you probably don't realize is that we don't have a spring or a fall anymore. It goes from one to the other and drastically overnight. And it's been like that for before I moved to LA back in 2011, right? And now here now. So it's verkackt, I tell you.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, happily, I don't believe in reincarnation, which means that, in a few years when I'm like really old and dead, I don't have to do this again. I'm not coming. This is bullshit. I'm not going to live on this planet anymore. I want people to get it. I'm ready.
I want to come back. I want to see, what's changed.
No, I don't care. I don't care what the Kardashians are doing, what their children. Northwest, she's going to have a reality series. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah. Her grandchildren, Southeast and Equator, are going to be running the world.
Oh. So now I definitely do not want to come back. This is proof positive that I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna be what? I'm gonna be 50 in 2 days. I'm still weirded out that I'm gonna be 50, but I'm like, what's gonna be next? I keep thinking about everything I've done over the last couple decades. What's next? Are you sorted there? Are you comfortable? Your camera's all.
Yeah, I'm not exactly comfortable, but it's okay.
All right.
And I'm telling you, what's the light like? Oh no, that's not good. That's better.
That's much better. Yeah.
50 is great. It just gets better and better. At least that's been my experience. Every decade, my 30s were better than my 20s. My 40s were better than my 30s, and my 50s are so much better. There's just so much less bullshit
to worry about, right? Yeah, I don't worry about too much stuff anymore. Nothing is as important as what I'm interested in, not trying to, keep up with people, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think was it Judi Dench who said, there's this quote that says, looking back on her life now, she wishes that she had told more people to fuck off.
Yeah.
And the truth is, now it's so much easier for me, at least, to tell people to just fuck off, because my time is precious and I can't waste it. So, I
agree with you there. I have definitely utilized that option. I see the bullshit. I don't have to deal with it anymore. I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, and you look back on the people you had sex with and you go, what? What? I spent 4 years with that? What? Yeah, I got it.
Speaking of the people you've had sex with,
are we going to list them all?
Do we have to?
do we have an almanac-sized list of all those people?
No, no, we don't. Well, yeah, that's a couple volumes for me. But some people have seen, some people have not seen. Some I won't admit to. But speaking of people you've had sex with, this viral soul pancake video of yours.
Yes, my husband, I had sex with him. That's correct. Yes.
That is one of the most I don't know what word to use. Beautiful, amazing, enlightening, touching, spiritual, loving. I mean, I remember you told me the story in your living room about, how you guys met, because you were showing me around, and I was like, oh, who's that guy? And then you went on. What's his name again? I forget. I'm sorry. Antonio. Yeah. And so to see the way you talked about this, how your first meeting and the poem and all of that. Do you? Now, you said in the video you carry it with you. Is it like in your wallet right now?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
How often since you?
Probably always be there.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's amazing. So, you said you didn't remember how you came upon it. After you did that video for Soul Pancake, did it come back to you, or did you remember?
No, I have no idea why or how I found it. I mean, I remember I was in New York City at the time. I had broken up with my very long-term partner, and it was one of those things where I'm sure we've all experienced this when you go through a breakup, or when you've just been through a breakup, and I at least really wanted to just wallow in the depression and the sadness and the melancholy, and you pull out the soundtracks of Lady Singing Blues, and you find everything that just makes you sad and cry and all that stuff. So I was doing that, and I was on my computer at home, and I probably did something like, I typed in sad breakup poems or something like that, a sad love poems, or some nonsense like that. And I found this poem, and it was on some website. Now, this was, again, a very long time ago. This was probably 2004, something like that. And I don't remember the website. What I remember about it was that it seemed totally random. Like, back in the day, people would do these really like cheap-looking websites that were just terrible, and so somebody had put together some kind of website just with a bunch of different poems, but there were no authors. The idiot who put this website together just didn't put any of the names of the authors of these poems that he or she had found.
Yeah.
But I sort of ended up on this website, and I read this poem, and well, that was the rest was history. I fell in love with that poem, printed it out, printed it out, put it in my wallet, and
the rest is history.
The rest was history.
I got to admit, I sat here teary-eyed as you were recounting the story and reading. And when you read the poem, my throat was like all choked up, and I was like, it was just beautiful. It was just very beautiful. The response has been tremendous, and I'm really, I've heard from just hundreds and hundreds of people online who have been emailing me and stuff, and it's been really, it's a little overwhelming, but it's also been really gratifying to know that it's really touched people in such a big way. Yeah, I think it's something to be proud of.
Yes, well, thank you.
You're welcome. So I've been thinking about the season finale of Child of the 70s, and one, bravo. It's wonderful. I loved all of it. Even the acting class, that chick was, oh my god. How many of those do we know? We sat through like, I don't think I'm ever coming back.
Absolutely. Elizabeth Regan plays this out of control theater director.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no question that I have based it on true life events.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You're in a play, Carlo, who you play, he's in a play. He got his first New York gig, right? Off Broadway or Broadway show. And yeah, I thought, what was her name again? She really hammered it in. Like,
the actress is Elizabeth Regan, and she's playing the character's name is Luisa del Forno, which in Italian means in the oven.
In the Regan, wow. Well, that was pretty insane. how now I know you shoot everything there in LA.
Yes.
How long did it take to do that one episode?
You mean all the theater stuff?
Yeah.
The theater stuff, because the theater stuff is episodes. We're talking about season 5 of Talbot of the 70s, and it's episodes 3, 5, and 6. So there were 3 episodes.
I think I lost the audio. There.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
3 episodes that took place in the theater, and we shot those 3. We shot all those theater scenes basically in one weekend.
In one weekend. Wow.
Yes. 2 very long days, probably like 14 or 16-hour days.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you know, I because I'm an idiot, I have a cast of thousands in my show, and so it was one of those things where you understand this, where you have to try to deal with everybody's schedule, and you have to find 2 days where everybody is available, and so you have to, which is virtually impossible. And so then you have to shoot everything all at once. You know, you don't have the luxury of like shooting over a few days. You just gotta get it done because people give you like 1 day. Okay, I'm available this day.
Yes, I just went through that. As you know, I sent out all of the call sheet, the schedule and the calendar, so everybody can actually see what day of the month it falls on. And I had a few like, oh, I can only do these days, and so we've balanced it out, and everybody seems to be happy. So I think it worked. I think since I did it earlier than I did last time, it seemed to work out a lot better. So far there haven't been any conflicts. So, but you know, shit happens.
Oh, don't worry, my friend. There will be conflicts, I promise you.
Yeah. So I'm prepared for that, but the foundation is set. We can build on the rest. You know, I'm okay with that. So you posted this morning or last night your favorite episodes that you're going to be recounting. I loved playing Cliff for you in the show. The episode you just put up where we foil the shoot. Well, you get shot at the end. Well, your character in the soap opera that you're in gets shot, and then
the season 3 finale.
Yeah, the season 3 finale, right?
Soap opera. On the soap opera, the show that Carlo the actor is on, they are also having their season finale.
Right.
And the big finale ends up with this woman escaping from an insane asylum and shooting her mother, and then getting caught, and all that stuff.
And then you get killed
in real life.
Francis Ray. It's
Francis Ray. Francis Ray. Yes.
Right.
Played by the lovely and talented Kat Kramer, who I just saw last night. We just went to the opening night of Lackawanna Blues, played by Ruben Santiago Hudson, down the Mark Paper Forum here in Los Angeles, which was fantastic.
You guys have all the fun stuff going on over there. I mean, there's a lot of big Broadway stuff going on around here, but
New York's a pretty fun town too. Yeah.
You guys have more of the film stuffy things. Right now we've got. Well, I've been working at the Booth Theater these past few days for the new Nathan Lane show, which is fucking hilarious.
Right, and it's so sad actually that Andrea Martin is not going to be in it.
Yeah, everyone has been asking me about it, and I'm like, you know, I don't have information, so the best I can do is say I'm new here. I don't know anything about this. You know, all I know is that something happened. She hurt herself. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But people are. Hopefully she'll come back. I mean, it's what happened. It happens all the time. People come back after whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Gary and the sequel to Titus Aurelius, right? Yeah, androgynous.
Is Titus androgynous now? Oh, that's good.
That's what it says. Yeah. Andrianus. I can't read. Anyway, it's fucking hilarious.
Titus Andronicus. Yes.
Andronicus, yes. And but yeah, there's a lot of stuff opening up in the next few weeks, and
yes, in fact, when I'm there, I'm going to try and be more chill.
Are you really?
I'm going to try. We'll see if I can get a ticket. Who knows?
Well, yeah, they're in previews now, so you shouldn't have a problem.
They just opened.
Oh, really? Okay, so see, I'm out of the loop for the last few days, I guess. It's been getting a lot of buzz, so we'll see what happens. So how long ago did you leave New York?
2009, I moved to Los Angeles from New York. Yeah.
2009.
So 8 years.
In the finale,
10 years, February 1st.
10 years, February 1st. Wow. Wow. So, and you've come back and forth over time. In the finale of your show, there's a moment where you come up out of the subway and you have a that girl moment.
Yes. Very talented.
Yes. Was that intentional, or did you just improv that?
No, that was definitely in the script. I mean, the script throughout all the 5 seasons, there's always been references to iconic 70s TV moments. We did the Mary Tyler Moore hat thing.
Yeah.
We did. We stole from Rhoda's wedding. Obviously, in season 5, we steal from Bob Newhart.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Did you go back and research all the shows as you were writing for a child of the 70s?
I mean, not necessarily. It was all pretty much in my head since I just remembered it all so vividly. But I definitely went on YouTube and watched some episodes of things just to get to steal, actually. Steal.
Yeah.
I went and I stole some dialogue, I stole some lines, I stole some, whatever. Because I wanted to be accurate about what I was doing. But yeah. But most of it was already in my head.
I don't know if you did this or if that was part of it, but the father or your mother's father and the one that was always banging on the tables, yelling at everyone to shut the fuck up. Was that an Archie Bunker-esque kind of character right there, or?
He's just that whole Carlo's family, the Prudente family, which again in Italian, it's all Italian jokes.
Yeah.
Prudente, his name is Carlo Prudente, and the word Prudente means loser.
Yes.
So he's just they were just a sort of a typical Italian American, loud, overbearing, obnoxious family, not unlike my own. They would get together every Sunday. When I was growing up in the Bronx, they would get together every Sunday and have Sunday dinner and yell at each other.
And wear wife beaters.
Hi. And I'm still doing it 50 years later.
I see.
They would have a lot of food, and they would get into fights, sometimes political fights, sometimes whatever. It didn't matter what the fight was about, but they would fight and eat. So those are, I love the family episodes of Childhood 70s because it's just like when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's a lot to relate to, coming from a very multicultural, including Italian family.
Yeah,
you just hit everything right on the head with the references and all of that. So I am truly a fan, aside from getting to become friends with you and getting to be on the show.
Nice. Let's talk about your show.
My show, our show. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the fans who write in, and we're getting, I don't know if you're aware of this, I know I've probably mentioned it, we're getting letters from emails and messages. I still consider it like fan mail, from the Philippines or from Indonesia, India, the Midwest, Canada. Where else? We got one from Turkey, which was kind of cool, asking about how to make stuff, or how to go about it, about asking about the characters and all you guys. And
yeah, Turks are hot, by the way. So if it's a hot Turk, just give him my email address.
Well, in that one email, the guy thought that we were an actual couple, because
Gotcha.
We kiss, and so he thought they have to be together if they're gonna kiss. Can't imagine, So I think they might think that most people who kiss on screen are actually involved, which is some of the case, depending on who the couple is. But so yeah, that was a lot of that. But what I did get is interest in hearing from you guys. They want to know about you. So thanks for being one of the cast members to talk about yourself.
Of course, absolutely, my pleasure.
I think we're growing in a very moderate rate, which is kind of cool. It's getting, people are responding to the show pretty much, and they like what they've seen so far, and it keeps me a lot motivated to keep going with for a second season. So that's been a great feeling. You know what it's like. You did 5. I don't know how the hell you pulled that off, but you did 5, and people came back for more. And you got into the Museum of TV and something you mentioned, right?
The Hollywood Museum here in Hollywood. There's a permanent a Child of the '70s exhibit at the Hollywood Museum here in LA. Yeah.
Which I think is brilliant. Congratulations on that. But yeah, the fans of the show and people watching, they want to know more about us. So I figured, well, let's start with Michael, since you're the furthest away from here. When did you get your start in entertainment or performing? Was it stage, film? I think you were a child actor, weren't you?
I was. I got into SAG when I was about 8 years old. I was always, from as far back as I can remember, I knew that this was what I wanted to do, and my mother was very encouraging. I grew up in New York City. One of the great things about growing up in New York City and having an encouraging parent is that every Saturday of my life, from when I was, I think 8 years old, my mother sent me to the theater.
Oh,
I went to see a matinee every Saturday, so I saw everything in the decade of the '70s, which for me is sort of the golden age of Broadway. And so,
what did you see?
The first show that I ever saw on Broadway was a show called Sugar, and that starred Tony Roberts and Robert Morse and Elaine Joyce, and it was a musical version of Some Like It Hot. And then, I remember seeing Two Gentlemen of Verona with Clifton Davis and Raul Julia, and of course I saw the original Chicago with Gwen Burton and Chita Rivera, and I saw the original Pippin, and everything. Everything in the '70s, I saw it every Saturday. I would get on, my mother would put me on the train, and I would in the Bronx, and I would go into Manhattan, and I would go see a Broadway show. And so then I had a recording contract with Columbia Records, so I was a singer, and through that,
right, because you sing the title track for your show.
I do.
Yeah.
And then, and through that, I met who to this day is still one of my best friends, this amazing actress named Trini Alvarado. And she was doing a film at the time for Robert Altman called Rich Kids. And she was able to hook me up with a job on Rich Kids. And so I did that, and that's how I got my SAG card, and that was sometime in the '70s. So I've been pretty much working ever since.
What is, I get this question all the time. What do you prefer? Do you prefer doing stage, or do you prefer doing film? Or are they even separate entities in your mind?
Well, yeah, they're completely different. And they both have, their own set of challenges. But the truth is, I can't imagine being happier than when I'm on a stage doing a play or a musical. That's the truth. I grew up in the theater. Yeah. I consider myself a theater actor, and that to me is the most gratifying and the most joyful and the most joy-filled.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. There's no feeling like when, the lights go up and the curtain's up and you're out there. It's like, no matter what you have on, you're naked, 100%.
Right. Getting to share that experience with a group of people live as it's happening is a tremendous thing.
Yeah. What prompted you to transition from East Coast to West Coast, though?
Well, the fucking weather. Because I don't want to ever see snow again in my life. I just want to see it on Facebook, on people's posts. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I sit by the pool. But honestly, work. The truth is, I just get more work in Los Angeles. So. Yeah,
I can see how that's true.
Especially now with my crazy white hair, I've been getting a ton of work, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's very different. I'm actually rewriting. I think we're going to probably have to improvise because you're only in one scene in this season.
Yeah, the new season, right?
So I'm thinking we'll add that into the we'll improv something on on it. But I like it a lot, and it photographs really well. It's like your hotness meter just just went off the scale. It's true.
Oh,
It's absolutely
thanks.
true. Have you seen the likes that you get and stuff now? It's completely different. I'm
Well,
considering.
thanks. That's very nice. I mean, look, I avoided it for 30 years, dyeing my hair for 30 years,
Yeah.
and then I finally just said I can't stand it anymore. And so now, so seriously, now I play every evil white old CEO, doctor, lawyer, in every rap video there is. I
You're fired.
I did a rap video with Drake recently. I was an evil businessman. I did a video with Kendrick Lamar,
Oh, really?
and I'm an evil judge in that one. I'm banging the gavel, putting the black people in jail. All that stuff. So
Oh my God.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're definitely going to keep it for last call, and it works
Yes.
well because Vincent D'Santi, he's like a mob lawyer,
And so yes, I'm very excited about it. I'm really excited about coming back and doing a second season.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have intimate moments and stuff like that. So you left, you went for work, you come back periodically. I think so. For everybody who doesn't know, the way Michael and I met was I booked a gig doing a film for Todd Barrow, and it was called Available Light. And Michael was also booked for that gig, and we ended up doing a scene out by Christopher Street Piers on the West Side Highway in front of the old Badlands bar. And it's pretty intense. There's simulated oral sex. There's like a romantic moment. I don't think that part got added to the film though, Mike. So that's how we met. So, and ever since then, we stayed in touch, and we actually had lunch after we finished shooting. And then Michael says, "Oh, I'm doing this thing you might be interested in. You should consider it." And what came to mind was, how the fuck am I going to get to LA? How am I going to do this? And it just all worked itself out. And then as we were talking, I told him, I was like, "Well, I'm working on this thing. You should do it with me." And he's like, "Sure, no problem." So it all seemed to work out. So with that said, when you come to New York, do you? I know you book a lot of stuff. You get to see a lot of people. Are you, aside from working with us, do you have anything else planned on your visit that you can mention? Sometimes we can't say, but do you have?
I mean, at the moment, I do in fact have one. I have booked one other thing for while I was in New York, and it's a photo shoot, a photo gig with a photographer, Lester Bloom, who's this fantastic photographer, and had shot me before I was in one of his books, one of his photography books, and we're going to do it again.
Oh,
so,
right on.
Great. And as of right now, that's it. But we'll see what else comes up. Stuff always comes up. So.
And what do you have? I know you've been running around LA. I see like where you check in and all of that, and it seems really exciting. What do you have next coming up?
Well, today, for instance, as soon as I finish this with you, I actually am doing another interview. Somebody actually. One of the many people who saw this video that I did where I tell the story about my husband, Antonio. She's writing, an author saw it, and she's writing a new book now about the idea of a soul, the existence of a soul and what that means and all that stuff. Mm. So she asked to interview me for her upcoming book, so I'm going to be doing that later today. A couple days ago, I just shot a new commercial, which should be out soon. I do a lot of commercials these days. I just shot a commercial for Chase Bank. I just shot a commercial for Hilton Hotels. So all those should be out soon. And I don't know what's going to come up next. I mean, I never know what my future is going to hold, in the sense that things literally, what is today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah. So I will get a call from my agent, and I'll book a job for Friday and have no idea, and have to figure out what I'm going to do. So that's pretty much the way it goes. I am, the one thing that I know that's happening, I have a development deal with Out TV. Out TV is a network all throughout Europe and Canada. They're in about 9 or 10 different countries throughout Europe, and they're also in Canada. And I have a development deal. They saw Child of the 70s and they loved it, and so they had asked me to create some content for them. So I've written a new show, a new series that hopefully we'll start working. I can't talk about it, but hopefully we'll start working on it within the next couple of months. Awesome. I know we're having a table read here in Los Angeles in about a month from now of this new script that I wrote. I can tell you that some of the people who are involved, for anybody who grew up in the 70s and watched One Day at a Time, there's an actor named Glenn Scarpelli who was on One Day at a Time. He's going to join us in this new show. And anybody who ever watched Land of the Lost, there's an actor named Wesley Ure, who is also going to be on our new little program on Out TV. And again, hopefully we'll start production within a few months, and that'll be on your TV screens all throughout Europe, and on your laptops and your desktops here in the United States of America pretty soon, hopefully.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, for those who are, curious or inspired, or don't quite know where to begin in the process, like our process, creating a web series or getting things done, what advice would you recommend, or what advice would you have for someone who's looking to start to do something like what we're doing?
I mean, this all sounds like, pie in the sky bullshit, but don't stop. Be persistent, because at every possible turn, things will come up that will make you want to fuck off, that will make you want to quit, that will make you feel like it's impossible to continue going. But you just have to continue going, be persistent, and don't give up. That would be my big, suck a lot of dick.
Like that guy for the Fry Festival. Did you see that?
That's
get ready to suck a lot of dick. Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth. I just when I did my show, every day there was something that made me want to pull my hair out. And be patient, but be determined, and just continue to have faith and never give up. And creating your own content, everybody says nowadays, oh, you have to create your own content, which is fantastic, but it's really, really, really hard if you want to create good content. There's a lot of shit out there, but it just be ready to work really hard. I mean, I would say this about any aspect of this business. Always be prepared, always be working, always be taking classes, always be ready. Because like I said earlier, my agent will call me today and say that there's something on Friday, or there's an audition this afternoon at 4. You always just have to be ready. I mean, and this is my life. I mean, I literally live every day focused on my career. What did Lady Gaga say when she won the Oscar? Yeah, she talked about hard work and just being determined and never giving up. So I mean, that's really the truth. Lazy people will not survive.
Right, exactly. Well,
if you're in this because you think it's glamorous, it's so not glamorous.
It is not. The end product is always glamorous. Even in porn, for all of you who ask me the same deal about the porn or whatever, it is what you see at the end is not, how we got there is not at all glamorous, at all. Everything else is icing on the cake. right? You have to have a good recipe. Thank you so much for those amazing, truthful, authentic, and honest words, because it is truly a career, and it's something that doesn't happen overnight. You got to build and work hard and build and build.
Yes,
and
my overnight success has taken me 50 years. 50
years, right? I think, what was it Meisner said? It takes 20 years to become a good actor, right? I think it's in the preface of his book. It took me about 20 years to understand what he was talking about, but yeah.
I mean, seriously, I work all the time, and I still am in class right now, and I continue to feel like I am learning new stuff.
Yep, same deal.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and to the fans of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Last Call begins production this summer. You can check out season 1 right now on YouTube. Go subscribe, hit that bell for notifications when new stuff pops up, like the INDIEGOGO campaign announcements, our guest star announcements, and all of the cool stuff that we're doing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for a lot of cool stuff coming soon. Michael, thank you. I love you.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon too. Bye, guys.